If you have read the latest ReZero web novel chapters of the web novel series, a lot of things have happened, and we all realize and know that Sphinx is actually the one causing the catastrophes of the zombies, apocalypse, the revival of a lot of people, and a lot of dead characters. And we all know that all of these events were predicted by the stars and the stargazers from the beginning of Arc 7 all the way till now, that led up to the events of the Great Disasters. But in this video, we're going to talk about a theory of Sphinx and Stride Valakia connection to the Great Disaster. Well, based on Sphinx dialogue and written in Japanese, we not only know that she is actually the source of the ongoing zombie issues in the last couple of chapters, but we also know that she is the main antagonist of Arc 7. So all this stuff happened because of Sphinx. It was actually a plan. It seems like a plan that she created the whole Arc 7, making her the main antagonist of Arc 7. We're actually quite not sure where Sphinx is. She's still under the barrel of Barony. She doesn't impose limbs anymore, so she has like parasite rats that last scene would move her to over to Valakia. But the circumstances around the whole Arc 7 and Sphinx that actually is the main antagonist causing all these issues leading up to this. At the very least, the Sword Demon Battle Ballad was heavily implied that Stride Valakia actually had a connection to the Demon-Human Alliance, which Sphinx was a member of, and he also was a member of the witch cult. He hated the Observers, which Sphinx was actually a member of the Demon-Human Alliance. They are now appear in different ways throughout the chapters, and since Stride now appears to have predicted the 4 calamities that would destroy the world, this could mean that Sphinx heard about it from him and decided to make a great disaster happen herself in determined period in time. But the revival of the conscious zombies seem to be a combination of the sacrament of the immortal king and her strange parasites. There might even be a third factor involved here. This is actually quite different from the last known state of her parasite zombies in PPZ, but is going to be a strength, and maybe she put her parasites within the reservoir behind the Lupaganda, like how she did with her parasites in the Terrell rivers before the PPZ. But could Sphinx's relations with Stride mean something as complex as her making him into an apostle by sharing part of the witch factor so that he could become a Sin Archbishop? And we're talking about the Sin Archbishop of Pride we're talking about. But neither Stride or Sphinx have ever displayed the usage of the ability we can subsequently call an authority, but like powers like range usage of Stalk, which is actually unlike Ferris and being like an X1 light novel. How her parasites even work and all the new stuff relating to forming the zombies out of the shadows, or these new zombies which possess colorless, cracked skin with yellow eyes, and yet has yet to be explained yet. And either way, these revived corpus of half-brothers and half-sisters are far more dangerous than any of them. And I think Sphinx does, when she makes zombies, is create so-called control zombie. And like in X2, there was only one example of this, Daughter Weasley. But in PPZ, she does this yet again at a Rifest. And this has been believing that if it's using another control zombie, then it'll be another Balleroy, leaning more towards like Lima, since it fits the bill how, you know, Sphinx's goal was to take Priscilla's body in PPZ. So this could be all a plan of Sphinx trying to take over somebody's body, Priscilla's body, just like in PPZ. And this can also benefit Stride Valakia being a Sin Archbishop of Pride. So all this catastrophe, even leading up to the Great Disaster, ever since the starting of Arc 7, is because of Sphinx and what her plan to do. We're not sure what her plans are actually is, her agenda. And it's really interesting that Stride Valakia might have played his hand into Sphinx's plan as well, having his own agenda, probably getting the Sin Archbishop of Pride. So it'd be very interesting if the connection is true, but it's a great theory. But who knows? Hopefully the plans will be revealed in Arc 8. But tell me what you think in the comments down below about the recent chapters of Arc 7, upcoming of Arc 8. Tell me what you think is going to happen in the Great Disaster.